Where it says he must spend in Arabic is la.
La nahi. La nafi and la nahi.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the Arabic sentence.
La yadkhul, la yadkhulu.
All right, but he must spend.
Here la tadkhul.
I got that. I'm talking about the other, the one above, he must spend. What's that?
Li yunfiq. Yunfiq. This is the ayah of Surah Talaq. Surah number 65, I think. Surah Talaq. Li yunfiq. Li का मतलब है करना चाहिए, must do. देखिए ये गलत यहाँ लिखा हुआ है, ला यदू ली यदू होना चाहिए, ली यदू।
आप दोनों की मिसाल दें ला ली और ला दोनों
जी ये दो है, ली के हैं, ये दो ला के हैं। ये ला नफी है, ये ला नहयु है, नहयु।
अच्छा ये जो पहला ला नफी है,
ये लाम की दो मिसालें हैं, ये ला की दो मिसालें हैं।
इसमें वाव ड्रॉप हो जाएगा नफी में, इसके अंदर सुकून आएगा।
हाँ जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट मी राइट डाउन।
जैसे पहले नंबर में सुकून होता है आपको।
फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर आप किसकी हाँ देखिए ला यदउ, ला यदउ इसके मानी और ला यदउ इसके मानी और। ला यदउ जो है एक नेगेटिव सेंटेंस है, का मतलब है he is not invited। यदउ है ये वहां, ये ला यदउ। See the difference between this is la yad'u, this is la yad'u, la yad'u, la yad'u. This la is different. This sentence yad'u means he is inviting.
यदु प्लूरल के
नहीं प्लूरल नहीं, यद'ूना होगा फिर वो। प्लूरल जो है यद'ूना होगा ना, प्लूरल जो है यानी यफ़अलूना होगा ना, यद'ूना यद'ूना। समझिए ये सिंगुलर ही है। ला यद'ू का मतलब है ही इज नॉट इनवाइटिंग। ला यद'ू का मतलब है ही मस्ट नॉट इनवाइट। This la is called nahyun. Nahyun. Nahyun means a negative command. Nahyun. This la is for nafi. This makes the sentence negative sentence. चलिए मैं और आपको दो चार एग्जाम्पल से समझाता हूँ। देखिए आप लेट मी देखिए फॉर एग्जाम्पल you are saying ला युनफिकु, ला युनफिकु। इसका मतलब है ला युनफिकु मीन्स he is not spending। This is nafi, this is la nafi, and la yunfiq, this is nahi, negative command. This la is different. This meaning la yunfiq means he should not spend. I give you some examples for Quran. لا تنفقوا لا تنفقوا. Munafiqeen said لا تنفقوا حتى على من عند رسول الله حتى ينفضوا. Do not spend on Sahaba until they are scattered. Don't give any money to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will give to Sahaba, and the whole group will be scattered. Whole Jama'ah, it will be shattered. Hatta yanfadu. Don't spend. Allah said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu anfiqu min qabli an ya'ti ahadakumul maut. You must spend. So la tunfiqu, actually it was tunfiquna. See, this noon is dropped here. So la tunfiqu means all of you do not, this is plural. Tunfiqu, la tunfiqu. Do not, all of you do not spend. But when you say, as I said here, li yunfiq, li yunfiq. Li yunfiq means he must spend. This is ayah of Quran from Surah Talaq. Li yunfiq zu sa'atin min sa'ati. He must spend according to. Do not memorize silly things. Listen to me. You are very good in memory. Start memorizing Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari. See the words of Allah and the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are more important than any X, Y, Z. What Khalil Chishti, you are memorizing the poetry of Khalil Chishti. I'm a poet, you know that? I have my own book of poetry. Don't memorize it. I don't even, know many of them. I wrote it, but I did not memorize. I wrote my poetry, I have more than 1,000 poems. Yes, in Arabic. But don't memorize them. You see, I'm not a prophet, I'm not God. What I'm advising every one of you, if you want to memorize Quran and Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You don't know the du'as of namaz. Your salah is very, very shallow. I don't even give you 5% marks in your salah because you don't know the adiyah, you don't know the masnoon prayer. And you are memorizing X, Y, Z. Why are you memorizing, my friend? Memorize Sahih Muslim, memorize Arba'in of Nawawi, memorize Quran before you die. I don't like those people, you may disagree with me, who made the poetry about grammar, poetry of tajweed. I had a sheikh in Saudi Arabia from Jordan, Sheikh Yusuf. He said, he gave me a book of poetry. He gave me a big book, big book of poetry. And that book of poetry was about usul of tajweed. All usul of tajweed. You see? No, it was written by his master. Sheikh Yusuf, the master wrote it. It was not the old one. It was a new one. He wrote a new poem. So why should I memorize? When I don't memorize Quran yet, I'm not a hafiz. Why should I memorize this poetry? Why, I should learn tajweed, the grammar of tajweed I should learn. But why poetry? You see? So, see, everything they made poetry. Rules of grammar, poetry. Rules of tafsir, poetry. You see, that's what Arabs did in the later ages. You see, when Muslims went down after 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, what were they doing? You know, what were they doing? They were doing stupid things. For example,
The Arabs?
Arabs mostly.
Wow.
From, what were they doing? Listen to me. Making poetry of grammar, making poetry of tajweed, making poetry of usul tafsir, making poetry of usul hadith, making poetry of usul fiqh, making poetry of nahw, making poetry of sarf, making poetry of history. Everything they were making in the form of a poem. And then they said, memorize this. Memorize this. So the emphasis of the ummah was on memorization, artificial things.
But it's easier for some people to memorize poetry than Quran.
No, Quran is something else. You must. Allah said, "Fi suduril ladhina utul ilm." It is in the chest of mu'mineen. You must. الذي ليس في جوفه شيء من القرآن كالبيت القرن. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you don't have a part of Quran in your chest, that is as if it is an abandoned house. Bayt al-Qarn. Quran you must memorize, full or part, in full or part. Hadith, memorize as much as possible. But all the other things, grammar, are you a fool to memorize the poetry of grammar? Are you a fool to memorize the grammar of tajweed? Are you a fool to memorize the poem of tafsir, usul fiqh? This is fard, this is wajib, this is makruh. You are right, memorizing a poetry. Are you a fool? This is mubah, this is haram, this is makruh, this is wajib, this is mustahab, this is mustazan, this is muakkada, this is ghair muakkada, all this usul of fiqh. You are memorizing in the form of a poetry. Why are you memorizing? Artificial things, man-made things, you are memorizing. Don't do that, yes.
The last half hour, can we listen to the test part? Can you just go over do test review for the last half hour of class?
She is after the test,
We are
You see,
all paying attention.
Sister, let me tell you something. Even if you fail, I will be happy.
No, but Sheikh, we're not going to be...
Why? No, listen to me. Why? Let me explain to you.
That's a sad note.
What I should have done. For example, what I should have done.
Not give us a test.
In the first class, listen to me. In the first class, I should have taken a test. For example, student A, B, C, D, E, F. For example, you had 10 and 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, for example, 90. In the first day. And in the last day, for example, from 10, he got 40. And from 20, for example, 60. And from 40, reached 80. This 90, he gained 91. From 80 to 90 means he gained very little. And he gained only 10%. He gained 40%. He gained 40%. So my concern is, during these last 18 days or 17 days, how much you gain. That is what I want to know from you. It's not that how much you know now. So even if, for example, you got 40, I think it is a great achievement that you, from 10, you went to 40. So in my opinion, you are not flung. You are not failed. You started from 10 and you came to 40. But like Sister Amina, she already had lessons from this institute. I don't know how much she gained from this class. maybe 5%, maybe 10%, maybe 20%. She will give her opinion later on. She gained, or maybe she's confused, or maybe she lost, many things.
No, he's reinforcing.
You see? So, don't worry about don't worry about the result. To me, examination is also a technique of teaching. One time, let me tell you, I taught both of these books to some of the students, and I gave them a test about Surat Yasin. And that test was for 4 hours. The entire Surat Yasin. Entire Surat Yasin. Yes.
You
You give me entire surah Gotha?
said yesterday that's the hardest surah.
Yes, but few words.
Okay. Don't worry about the test. Don't have on your head. When one of my daughters.
Sheikh, here in the United States, they make us focus.
No, let me tell you one. I have 3 daughters. Elder one, 3 daughters. Number 1, she is not very intelligent. But she is very hardworking. Very hardworking, number 1.
That's a cover conversation.
And she gets 80, 90 marks. Now the second one, she is very genius, but she's very lazy. And tomorrow is the final examination, and she is watching cricket match. And I tell her, don't watch tomorrow. I know everything. I know everything. And she gets 90. And I have the third daughter. She lives in Jeddah. She's Hafiza. And she's intelligent also. And she gets 100 out of 100 because she's intelligent and hardworking. Both. She's intelligent and hardworking. The youngest of them, you see? Youngest. Huh?
We should not be practicing because we're gonna be able to use our books. There's no reason to practice.
Why would you watch?
See, another thing, I want you to scan all these lessons and your notes, scan them only. But don't have a burden on your head that, exam. Relax, my friend, relax. Relax. And you will be better. Huh? You will be better if you don't, if you are not in tension. Yes.
If we fail the test, do we still pass the course?
Yes.
He's trying to read it.
I never fail. Because if my student is fail means I am incapable. You see, I am a bad teacher. If you fail means it's not, your fault, it is my fault. I was not able to communicate properly. It's not Jawad's fault. It's me. Okay. Go to page 581. 581. Now, you see all those examples, make a box from your red pencil on lam. You see you have lam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lam is, there are 5 ayat of Quran or 4 ayat of Quran. Lam appears there. Make a box with your red pen. Lam. And then underline the next fail appearing after the